while. Not sure when's the last time I pulled out this camera, but I just got a lens here. Came in the mail last week. First time coming out. Me and Brandon. We came to the island here, pick up his sleeping bag and his tent. We were out here a while ago and he left them behind. So we'll do that, jump in a boat again and go to Kenai River. Grab the other boat, the 8-horse, and then we'll go up the rapids. There's my boy. There's my boy. There's my boy. Trap came out of nowhere and attacked me. But like I said, Brandon and I are heading to Kenai River. Go up there for the night. I don't know if you could hear me or not. It's kind of windy. I'm soaked already. Just from the ride here. She's blowing out there. It's supposed to rain all night, I think. There you go, Trap. We're gonna die! The wheelbarrow is loaded up, gas tank, the old 8, and my seat, of course. First time going upriver in a while here. You're shaking my camera now. I'm not sure if the camera was shaking or not. I just looked at it when Brandon was walking there and it was bloop, bloop, going all crazy. But first time going upriver in a while here. Last year I don't think I went up there once. We tried here around a month ago to go up, me and Brandon and Shani. We only made it so far. We turned around. It was getting late. We took off from here around 6 in the evening. So we turned around. We got past the hard part, but there's still a lot of weeds. But now we have time. Unless we get dumped on. It's supposed to rain all night. And we forgot a tarp. But I'll check inside the house here. There might be a tarp. If not, oh well. Oh well. That's as far as I'm going. Time for some coffee and wait for Brandon. Should be here in 15 minutes. Probably not, probably like 5 or so. It's not that far. But for this boat, there's a bunch of rocks after this that you can't see, big boulders, and cruising up here you'll end up banging up your prop, so it's not worth it. Just leave the boat here and throw all this gear in the other boat and head on up. I said I'd try coming up here with Shani and Brandon like a month ago, but before that I was going to come up here with my other buddy, but just before here, around a couple corners, we came around the corner. I was in the other boat, he was in this. He had the guns, We came around the corner and there was a moose swimming, just a calf, lone calf swimming in the water. Came up on shore, my buddy shot him. We probably got like, I think it was 2 coolers after we butchered him and whatnot. 2 coolers of meat, soft meat. Still have a bit of that. But moose hunting here is coming around the corner. Another probably 4 weeks. I never did find a tarp. I went back to look for a tarp at the house there. No tarp, so hopefully Brandon's tent's good enough. Doesn't leak. It's a new tent, so it should hold up. And I thought I'd bring this rifle along. Canadian Rangers. I ended up joining them there back in May. Went on our first exercise last month, the end of July, just a few weeks ago. We were out at the gun range. Picked up this bad boy, 308. My 7mm has to be sighted in, so thought I'd bring this. But that was a good trip that we went on. We spent 2 nights at the gun range and then 2 nights down the Churchill River there in Pachinak. There he is. I guess I'll throw on the rain suit before I get soaked. Parker here. You turned around.
Turn around there.
I heard you cleaning out the... That's why I walked to the point there so you could see me. I'm just gonna get ready for the rain. Put that in the back for now. Gas tank is hopefully the boat's still here when we come back, huh? Watch. We are good to go.
Sitting?
Oh, it's sitting too far.
So you can tell.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter, no. for it there, chum. Well, we've been on, we've been up here for a while now. Well, once we got out of the rapids there, it's probably been like an hour since then. We just stopped at this old trapper's cabin. There was a boat there, so we went up to see who was there, and there's some guys from town. Talked to them for a while, and they said they came up from, well, they came down from Apps today. They went up, they came up here yesterday, said it was good. Usually when Kenai River is shallow, this is even more shallow, so, but they said it's good. Good to go. It's deep. So maybe we'll, well, not maybe, we are heading upriver this way on Apps. I thought we were going to stay on Kenai River, but we'll go this way. They said there's some moose tracks where they were getting off. They stayed at another old trapper's cabin. Maybe we'll stay there tonight if we don't set up the tent. We'll see. Just go with the flow. I don't know if this rain's gonna stop tonight. Might just rain all night, boy. That's what it said anyway. Lots of water, boy. Ooh la la. Sitting on top of the cooler so I have a better view. But there's really nothing to look at here but fish. This river's so narrow and zigzaggy. You go this way, you come back this way, you go this way, you come back this way. But after a while here it opens up. I think we're nearly there. We're probably going 5 miles an hour here. Probably not even. Have a cup of Java on this beautiful day, bruh. You're cold? Oh my gosh, we're nearly out of coffee. Holy smokes! 2.5 hours in the boat, and we finally found some decent ground. Crazy, boy. We should have turned around a long time ago. We lost power. Pretty much turned that into a 4-horse. There's a big pile of poop right here. Fresh too. I don't know. We'll probably have to put our tent here. We're soaked. Our camping trip, we just turned it into a survival situation here. She's blowing good, and the rain's coming. We'll have to make a fire. Maybe I'll just take the motor off and bring the boat up for shelter to block the wind, and try to get a fire going. Brian will set up the tent here somewhere, and I'll try make a fire. I'll try, I will. Woo! I'm soaked, boy. You see this fresh poop here, bud? That's where our tent's going. Probably like half an hour in coming up the river here. We lost power, so we've been driving for like 2 hours. I thought we were gonna make it to that cabin, but it's gonna get dark here. We have to do something. It's cold in a boat, especially when you're wet. Crazy, boy. We were going to set up camp there by the rapids right away once we got past them, but of course us, dumb and dumber here, being greedy, looking for a moose, but it's so, should have waited for a better day. Oh well, put our skills to the test. I better drop the camera here and get to work. I want to go home. The front's wet, the back's dry. Tent's all up. We just have to throw our gear in there. We put the boat right here for some shelter. Sit right here. Make a fire here. I grabbed some wood just to start it off. But yeah, the wood's wet, so we brought 2 cans of pop. Gave Brandon one to finish off. I'm gonna do a trick that my dad taught me, how to make a fire when everything's wet. Cut that can in half, dip it, put some gas in there, spark it so it'll stay lit, and it'll get the fire going, even though the wood's wet. So that's the plan. Whenever he's done, might be a while. Might be a while. Bush way, boy. Bush way. Pepsi. Some Pepsi. I'll light it up. Woo-hoo-hoo. Just hold it for a while there. Whose idea was this? Well, that jacket's a pound heavier, boy. August. It's like fall out here. Today's date is, let's see, August 16th. Now we're living comfortable, folks. Got the fire going. We have to move the boat just a bit closer to block the wind. Try to get the fire a bit bigger, but that's probably enough to dry these out a bit. The jackets, my sleeves are soaked. Getting dripped on. Feet are steaming there, bud. My hands are turning white, yours too, eh? Starting to get wrinkly there, we're soaked. I'll relax for a bit and cook up something now. Life. Living the life right now, huh? Whew. Smoky. Smoky, boy. This boat's doing the job. Blocking us from the wind. She's blowing, I'll tell you that. Hey brah, you're full of ashes there, chum. Time for bed, my dudes. Hopefully we don't wake up soaked, swimming around here. Good morning, fam. What's the time, Brad? 8? It is around, what? 8:40. Oh my lord. We slept in. There's nothing else to do with this rain. It hasn't stopped since, well, yesterday. And it's supposed to rain all day until 9 o'clock tonight. I just looked at my phone. Rough sleep, boy. I woke up at 4 o'clock for an hour and just woke up now, but I was still tossing and turning. I guess we'll make some coffee, take the tent down and use this tarp over the boat, and then try make another fire, dry up our stuff a bit, and then take off. We'll see. That's the plan anyway. Brandon's boots dripping. Ay, ay, ay. You put on your wet socks again? Nagging. There's my puddle. Not sure if I wet the bed or not. I'll have to check. I better get my ass up. No use laying around if it's gonna rain all day. We're gonna get wet either way. Get tied up over here somewhere. You know what I mean? Hang it over here somewhere. There. Now that's a setup. Now to get this going again. It probably burned for a while last night because we left it and went to bed. But there was 2 big logs here, so probably stayed on for a few hours. Time for some coffee, boy. I am smoked right out in here. Whew. Still sipping my coffee though. It's about that time to pack it up. 10:30. Probably take this tarp down, throw the boat in the water and load up, get on out of here, make our way home. Shouldn't take that long. We're going down river now. Current's pretty fast, so probably half the time compared to coming up yesterday. Oh la la, look at this boy.
6 point.
What's he bringing here? Very nice, very nice. A moose shed. Started to get chewed on. I don't know how old this is, probably from last year. Could be the other year maybe. But it looks somewhat new. Fresh. We're just off the river there. So there was a moose here this fall, last fall I should say. Not this fall. Feels like +4 right now. Is what my weather app said. Could be like +2, I don't know, with this wind. And when you're in the open, especially on the boat, soaked, feels like minus. I know we're gonna suffer going home. By the time we get to the boat, by the time we get home, never mind, we'll be soaked and freezing. Yesterday my hands were white. Horrible. Throw me in the bush there, bud. Load up the boat and we are outie.
It's about 12:42.
12:42. We took off at 11 o'clock, so we've been on the river for nearly 2 hours. By the time we get out of here, it'll just be past 2 hours. Taking a while. We should get to the boat in probably 3 hours, I'd say. Whew, it's cold, boy. I'm freezing, I'll tell you that. We just stopped here to fuel up the tank and fuel up our guts. Munch on some garlic and drink some coffee. Some garlic. Blueberries, boy, blueberries. Tastes like blueberries, huh? Three more hours, bruh. Probably 4 and you'll be home. That's as fast as we're going right now. Might be a while until we get to the boat. The motor's acting up here. Especially right here on the main river. Head-on wind. hours it took us to get to the boat. I jumped in a boat though, I had to bail it out and Brandon came driving down the river. This camping trip was a test, I'll tell you that. We froze all morning. As soon as we got in the boat, you get so, well, no shelter, no cover. My jacket's soaked. My pants are somewhat dry. I don't know about Brandon. I think he's cold. He just won't admit it. You see him going like this in front. I'm like, you're cold. He's like, nope, just my hands. Yep, August, boy. Sure feels like September. Maybe October. Well, and that's about it for this trip. Wet, rainy, windy, cold, 4 hours of sleep trip, broken down motor trip. Well, not broken down, but it started to give out just as we got to the boat. Brandon could barely control it. The wind was blowing him. We pretty much came trolling down, idling down down the river. So we'll have to work on that, see what's wrong with it. I think maybe the gears, I don't know. But we're gonna take it up, put it away, and then head across the lake back to town. So, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Hopefully not 2 months later, or 4 like last time.